Howdy, howdy. Rusty Fire 10 here. Welcome back. Path of Exile 2. 14 hours. The clock is ticking. And, yeah, I mean, shit. So there's going to be more changes in the updates that they haven't mentioned, and they're not going to mention, and we won't know until it's out, and then they data mine it, and then we know the truth. As always with GGG, they do skip. Back in Path of Exile 1, there's plenty of occasions where they made changes that weren't even on the extensive list of patch notes. So, big changes. So, it'd be all speculative to say what build is good and what isn't, but I think it's quite clear you can say what build is going to be different, I suppose is how I'll put it. And it's one I've made 5 of, which is quite disappointing. So I've made every variation of Pathfinder concoction build. So I have the blood version, which will be getting buffed somehow, but not buffed because it's concoction screwed. The ice one, the fire one, the lightning one, and the poison one. And there's changes to Archmage and all that stuff, and some some reductions to stat stacking things. But at the same time, I'm sure they'll still be strong. Not as strong as before, but then there's new uniques. Maybe they make them even stronger than before. But I can't really. I don't have any defense for the change. I can't equip my stuff because I got to put the things on the things on the things, and I can't equip them. So yeah, concoction is now. So this is only poison. So my DPS ain't particularly outstanding, but it's still 11,000. I've and a few levels. So I go from level 29 poison concoction to level 21. So and then chaos damage is gone. It's becoming physical damage, and you got to be unarmed. So I got to put on a shield. Do I have a good shield? Like, I'm not pushing the very end game content, so at least that means I have a belt that actually is viable. I don't have ingenuity, so I'm not beholden to unique belts. I can get something that gains flask charges, increases flask charges, This isn't even a good belt. I've got better belts on my other bloody Pathfinders. So what you want is flask charges reduced flask charges used, and you can actually do some good stuff, because that's changing as well from 3 to 5 when you need to put on have you got a flask reduced? Someone's got to have reduced somewhere. I've got gained there. 11% reduced flask charges used. So you want to roll the double. So you've got to get a mail belt. So mail belt prices will jump. And I've got double reduced flask charges used. And this is only level 50. So this is only a item level lower thing. So you can get a level 81 version of this, and maybe you can crank it up to, instead of 34? Instead of 34% reduced, 32% reduced flask charges used, you could get maybe 37, something like that, maybe higher. And then corrupt it, maybe get even more. But that's really the only counter I can think of because it's one of the good quality of life things you can do is reduce the flask charge cost on a concoction. Otherwise, you can try generating, which is just going to be stacking 0.17, and you can have an alchemist on. And I've got 0.25 there. So fucking sad. And do I have a good shield? I don't have enough strength for that. I got a big fat shield here. No, that's terrible. I haven't got any high level shields. Wait, do I? Maybe I do. I don't. Come on, find a shield. Nope. So yeah, I know they had to nerf Widowhail, and no, they didn't. Why'd they do that? They're evil. But to totally destroy the synergy of the build, I suppose makes sense because it was just obviously too good. You know, it was. You know, I'm like all these Widowhails. I know none of them are actually good. Like I haven't actually got any decent ones. It's quite sad, but maybe that's not as sad now because they're dead. They're dead. The build's dead. Well, not dead, but the monsters are getting a buff. I mean, that's good news. And we're getting unique charms. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm only losing 8,000 DPS. You know, only 8,000. And that said, I've lost the spirit there, so I haven't got the Herald of Plague, which a Wind Dancer's getting nerfed as well. There was nothing about Alchemist Boon, I don't think. But that becomes even more mandatory. Grim Feast is dead. So they're removing it from being cut. Does that mean so existing ones are still fine? So weird. But yeah, we'll be punching now. Look at the DPS on my punch. So chain heft we can do. Heft make any difference at all? It does make difference. So we can socket punch. And then we'll have Ray Shield. So, my God. I mean, I don't have an optimum build. I've followed a build plan, but it's completely wrong. I mean, this build plan is based on the assumption that poison is worthwhile when you don't need poison, you just need crit. You should just path over to crit and get crit chance and crit damage, and like that's way better than doing anything related to poison at all. Like you don't even need to worry about that. The stacks may be cool, but like you get way more damage. So chaos is gone, so we lose all chaos damage stuff. We lose this one. Dark entries, because it'll be fizz damage. They want you to do the unarmed stuff, but unarmed thing is trash. I wish it was better. They could do so much more. But they didn't announce any new unarmed nodes, so there's that. They really don't like bonuses gained from Equip Quiver thing. I think they just hate that, so they got rid of that on jewels. Not that I had any with a jewel on it. I wasn't even at that point. Getting rid of jewel sockets. Yeah. We consume 5 charges from your mana flask. How many have I got in mana flask? Only 75. Decompose is also dead. I mean, not dead, it's got a limit of 6 poison clouds, and they're slightly bigger. I just... There's no way I'm going to be able to do this map. Let's do it anyway. That's the one thing. Oh, it won't matter with this one. This has got a full mods. At least we're getting additional map tries. You know, it sort of discourages increasing the mods on a map because you get less portals. But I think even just 2 portals is a lot of portals. So like, all my things are turned off, aren't they? Can you just check? No, everything's on. Wonderful.
Nowhere to run.
So yeah, this is the end of poison concoction. You just like, mine isn't even like perfectly set up or anything. I don't have good defenses. I'm squishy as all heck. I gotta be really careful. Why is my grim face not working? There it is. No? I just can't see him? Okay, look at that. Like, why would they want to destroy this build? I mean, like, I'm gonna get squishy from something from off screen with some fireball or some tiny projectiles that I cannot see, and they're gonna complain about me just using one button. I mean, I'm using 2. I'm rolling and throwing. The waystone change is good though. That's one thing in the patch notes that I think is good. I know other people don't have this issue, but I do have this issue, sustaining waystones, because I really just don't find mapping particularly enjoyable at the minute. So that's I played the Legacy of Frisia PoE 1 event and really enjoyed the idle system, honestly. It was the best mapping I've ever done in my entire time playing PoE. That should say a lot. I usually just, when I get to maps, just re-roll, make a new character. That's the kind of the way I play, which is not particularly good for building economy. But it's just the way I never felt invested in mapping, but the idle system sort of gave me more of a chance to get what I want. I felt more than the passive tree ever did. So there's that, but I don't think we'll get anything radical like that for a little while. But I wouldn't mind that. So at least I suppose silver linings, the roller, perhaps you could do mounted concoction gameplay, so you get more mobility. I should have more mobility than this anyway. Just because I got decomposed boots on, I had less movement speed. But it's like, you have to have them on. My performance is pretty average because I'm on PlayStation 5, so I have to be really careful what builds I choose. I literally can't play some builds because it becomes... Oh, that's a good one. It's just not going to work. But that said, you know, you got to try the new stuff. You got to play Huntress and throw spears, which is basically just bow, but you can do melee stabbing with them. And one of the things you could do with spears back in a game that had spears is you could equip, you know, multiple. Oh, you can get like the ethereal ones, and then they never run out, and then you have like infinite, super stupidly powerful spears, and they could also have crazy shit. Back in the old Amazon D2 days. So maybe it'll be good. I mean, once you set it up where you only have to do one skill, the new combo gem, they're adding a gem that does the combo for you, so maybe that'll make everything a lot easier. So there's the venomous crabs. So I wonder if the venomous crabs are a good spectre. Let's get the spectres, you know, but then we lose all the spirit from superior. I mean, from putting quality on scepters, which is not fun. Oh, the nerf to the flower. Sad. I mean, and the devs don't think on death effects are a big deal at all. Which just shows that, I don't know, it's hard to describe the level of distorted perspective they must have. It's like, any of these any good? 20% movement speed, 90 life, lightning res, not double res, trash. Ew. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not flying around. I don't have haste, I'm, you know, not screen wiping. The enemies aren't close enough for Decompose to just completely take over. Although I'll happily roll back into it. Oh, there we go, that time maybe. Roll back. I honestly think that on-death effects from monsters are an insult to the monster. You're basically saying out loud that you think the monsters have no value unless they're dead. So you're insulting them. So all your design work, all your clever artist work, and you're developing it on systems and mods, is you put it on death effect, you're basically saying it's better off dead. Like, its only value as a functioning member of the gaming ARPG ecosystem is to be dead on the ground, emitting some poison cloud or some explosion, some chaos explosion, or just blood explosion.
Don't mind if I do.
And without that, it's just trash. So basically, you're admitting your monsters are trash when you do that. It's like, but we have to slow down the player by not letting them pick up their loot. It's like, I'm on console. It takes me ages to pick up loot no matter what. I mean, it's not easy selecting the loot off the ground on console. I'm going slow. And I'm on PS5, but even now I can feel the stress.
Got no pack space for that.
The stress on the damn thing to perform. At 7%. What do you... Okay, we ditch this. Because I'm going to, like, when I've opened this, it pauses. In PoE 1, you can open up your gear menu without it pausing. Like, you actually see it, though. Like, you see it on one half of your screen, as opposed to covering the entirety of your screen. Which is more to the point. Pausing is a good thing. Being able to actually pause is great. One of the best addition, honestly. This is a bit jarring. Legacy of Frisia. Just like, I can't pause. Alright. So.
Stay light, stay alive.
No point picking up bows now. Oh, I should take off the Widowhail. Now that I've completed the map, I should just take off Widowhail and see if there's any difference. But if I do that, my whole thing goes, my entire build is built on this ecosystem of, you get increased dex from the Widowhail increasing your quiver's dex amount, so I can equip my armor. So like, it all falls apart. You pull apart, you pull one piece, one element away, and it all just breaks. and the build is bricked. Like, maybe there's a way to course correct if you give the player the chance to change ascendancy and then switch to Deadeye and do something with Widowhail Deadeye. Obviously, there might be a way there. But yeah, Wind Dancer getting castrated. What? I'm glad we're getting rid of that as well. So you can't drop Wavestone lower than the map you're in. Getting tier 1s is just stupid in the situation. Sandals. Losing Grim Feast. I understand the why, but I just wish armor plating worked in the same way that Grim Feast worked, and I think you wouldn't have any of the problems we have. And have an evasion equivalent, like maybe Wind Dancer worked the same way. You get more evasion. You pick up an evasion thing off enemies' corpses. Oh, let's drop this. You know, you could have had that. I mean, armor scavenging, plating, or whatever it's called. When you break armor, you get things that last longer. You could have done that. I mean, the checkpoint system is another part of the mana usage. Okay, on your skill. So because it's going up from 3 to 5, the checkpoints really matter a lot more. One of the things that happened in campaign before they added into the extra checkpoints is you would run out of mana flask charges, but because they added the checkpoints, you definitely feel it's a lot more lenient for poison. I mean, for concoction, just full stop. Having checkpoints means you refresh it, you don't have to worry as much. So that's one of the things where they have counteracted that. So even though they increase the charge, it'll have more effect on bossing. So you just need to, again, stack more crit chance and crit damage, crit multiplier. You're just gonna need to go nuts on that, which is always the optimal build of a concoction anyway, because ailments are stupid. I mean, you should bleed stack, ignite stack. Is that the answer? Because at least poison is doing something different by stacking. You can at least get something else out of it. But having said that, it's still better in every situation to have a bigger hit. Hit harder. Alright. We cleared the whole map. See? And I don't think... this is probably the other thing. I know they're adding tablets that give you more modifiers and more mechanics into maps. But there should never be a map that has no mechanics. I think that is fundamentally wrong. Do I have no portals? No. It cannot be. Also, the music player thing, hopefully you can play that anywhere. I mean, I'm kind of over the music, I'll be perfectly honest. But I want new music. But yeah, so many nerfs. I'm not sure how... I'm probably just gonna... I did the wheel. I did the stupid wheel on the Reddit, and so I have to run bloody Witch Lich.
Yes.
But maybe it'll be okay. You know, maybe it'll all be okay.
On with the
What
work.
am I doing? Salvage stuff. I don't need regals. I need quality.
Yes.
Sell for gold. Identify. Sell it. Sell them all. Sell it.
Until next time.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, everyone and their cousin, aunts, sisters, auntie is making videos, and that's tradition. You got to make videos. You know, you got to articulate your point. You can't just make a post on Reddit. You gotta take it to the next level. You know. Got to put in the real effort. You got to go hardcore. Hardcore commenting is making a video. Although that kind of could be misconstrued, couldn't it? that could be misinterpreted. I don't know. That was a juiced up map in some ways. So, and yet I had no trouble at all because I was just rolling every 5 seconds. So I wonder how you can parry every 5 seconds to reduce all danger. Oh, stop doing that. I always do that. Oh, stop it. Yeah, so... I mean, yeah. Let's just switch character and show you where the real pain is. Because I think Poison has some tools it can use, even with the damage mitigated massively. It can still perhaps do some interesting things. But for lightning, exploding concoction, freezing concoction, I think maybe it still has the safety of freeze, even if it's slightly harder to apply chills. You'll get your freeze thing will be fine. It's just this one. This one hurts. So I got 30k. And now it's 7. Now it's 7k. Blah 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 blah. This is pain. This is literal pain. Oh, explosion! Not you too, explosion. It took so much effort because I don't do I traded away things. I've given other people stuff, but I don't trade in things. So I had to find all my quivers myself, and the +2 quivers is incredibly annoying to find. Decent ones, I mean. And then a lot of mine aren't even very good at all. But even so, my heart is breaking. Oh. So yeah, that's a little. Yeah, so this is what happens when you make 5 Pathfinder concoction characters, and then concoction gets obliterated. That having to be unarmed and losing Widowhail is just... Oh, what am I even doing in this character? Think about this shit. Alright. What is quality going to do on a scepter now? Like, that was a bug? Piss off. Okay, can we just... I mean...
What can I do?
One of the things I'm noticing is the text is so small. I am literally blind. I'm not blind, I'm like... It's not good, but... I swear. Oh, those boots had chaos res. Piss. And then the stun stuff. We'll be stunned all the time. Mike, this one's 20% reduced flask charges, so you can get some good shit on there. Let's roll this one.
On with the work.
Let's see where we go. What do we got on this one? We have armor, life, a little bit of mana. We got cold res, lightning res, and stun threshold, and reduced charge. So that's pretty damn good, in all honesty. Let's stash that, stash that, stash that, stash that, stash that. All right, let's roll it. So we got. I don't have any greater essences. I'm going to waste on this. Flask life recovery rate. That's not good. That is not good. Shit. Oh, we got stun threshold. That's trash. This has become trash very, very quickly. I mean, it's got armor and life, but no. I think not.
Time.
And then let's... This one's only 23, you know? It doesn't even have a 2. It has a 2, it's not a very good one. It doesn't have bow damage. It does have bow damage. It doesn't have crit damage on it. Oh! My heart! Oh my god. I never even did the double herald thing. I never did that stuff, and they still nerfed the herald of ice in them and like the heralds. I'm like, I didn't even manipulate. I wasn't a naughty boy. Why am I being punished? I'm not gonna. Infernalist is destroyed. The dog got shot, taken out the back, put down. They killed that infernal hound. Can't take damage for the damn player. What's the freaking point? It doesn't do any damage. It just ignites everything around it. But ignite does jack shit because you need to ignite with big things. It's just like, god damn, it's useless. Its damage is so bad. It doesn't scale at all. It's physical bloody damage. It's trash. It's trash. So here's my bleed one. My bleed one doesn't have the damage. You know why? I went the different way on the tree. And what did I do? What did I do? Yeah. I got a missing slot there. I can put something in. I went bloody stat stacking bleed. This one's going to get... I mean, we'll get buffed. Because, like, look, bleeds you deal damage faster. That really does so much. Look, increased attack damage against bleeding enemies. I get area of effect. This thing has the most area of effect of any of my concoctions. I got like stun build up, so I can stun things, and I got magnitude. Look at all the magnitude. Look at that, amazing magnitude. And I'm gonna get even more, another 100% magnitude. That'll really help. Well, that really. Look, mate, it's 5,500, 10,000. See, look at that. That's so good. My attack speed is killer though. I've got great attack speed. Look at that, 0.96, amazing. Yeah, I think I've got better on that. This time bleeding damage per second is between 1,400 and 2,600. Oh, scatter shot got nerfed as well. My explosion radius is 2.4 meters, which is pretty good. I wish I could go down properly, but it doesn't let me. See, this is why console's stupid. See, look, it changes skill. I'm trying to read the thing, it won't let me read it. I haven't built into critical hits on this one, so that's why it's just straight up ass. But yeah, it's going to get a new support gem. I don't want to waste. Let's just. I want to show you. I want to show you bleeding. So, the nature of the way that ailment is being done, the Ziggy D thing, maybe there's some alterations to maintaining a bleed with multiple hits. But that has no effect on this particular build. I've just flat out. This is just.
Prepare yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm still not even loading in yet. I mean, I'm a much lower tier, obviously, because this can't handle higher tiers. One of the things is the radius doesn't quite visually represent. Okay, I want to seize. Oh, I didn't get seized. So it's all about movement. I mean, I think that's what they want. They want the game to be based on positioning, and they want it to take time. The Elden Ring analogy, I suppose, but it's just not that hyper. Because I feel like you see that when you play different Souls-likes. They have different perspectives on what sort of speed is good. Is it a good wand? That is absolute dog shite. I'll need a good focus now. Maybe a focus. Spell physical damage? It's not a spell. It's a range thing. I don't think it's any... Yeah, it's projectile. But it's physical.
In my sights.
Look at that. Arrows. Oh yeah, and the frost claw got me. Yeah, I think performance optimization issues are much bigger issues for me. I do like the idea of the bleeding concoction having some assistance, but if you make an effort to actually path into bleeding magnitude side of the tree, you miss out on easy access to critical side of the tree, which is actually way more important. Yeah, I mean it'll be. So here's a good example. So I just want to see the bleeding. And then it stops. So I couldn't even kill it. I should have had it. Because I have the bleeding duration stuff. Got magnitude of ailment stuff. As well as magnitude of bleeding. Like, there's so many different magnitude things. I feel like you could definitely homogenize that. And just have all of them ailment magnitude. I think that would help a lot with some jewels being more specific than others. And uniques and things. Then again, you want things to be special, but it's like... I mean, I'm killing them with the hit. And I stun them as well. So if I...
Nowhere to run.
If I don't kill them, I can stun them quite easily. It's just extra stun. Heavy stun, I mean. Or light stun, I'm going to call it. But this one just lacks so much speed compared to the other ones. But then that got nerfed as well. That side of the ranger tree where you can get more speed, attack speed per dexterity. They've got reduced. I mean, you need more dexterity per increase to attack speed. Oh my god, the performance is so bad. I mean, I got overwhelming presence on, which is also getting I mean, radius decreases. Yeah, this is a very different build to my other concoction ones, which have sort of been course corrected into just crit damage, so you can get to the 30k. Even then, that's not much. Like, I'm not super high level or anything, but it's just... I mean, is this deflating for me, who hasn't even invested the amount of divs that people have? I haven't invested any, really. I mean, I traded them for exalts and then just rolled them. But... the targeting is also woeful, but you know, that's a console challenge, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe the support gems will save the day. Maybe things will be better. I'll get a whole bunch of bleed support stuff, Herald of Blood. Maybe it's possible a bleeding concoction could work. Granted, you've got enough reduced flask charges used in you. I suppose the defensive aspects of the Ascendancy tree on Pathfinder being better, maybe that helps. No Widowhail, you lose so many skill points, you lose so much damage. And I wish we had a boss here. We do have a boss. Tremendous. I do have aggravated bleeding stuff too. Alright. Okay, well, I take a lot of damage. Bah, bah, bah. Can we pick up that? We can. I just want the sockets. I don't care about anything else on it. Yeah. This.
I shall overcome.
I do think, you know, creativity is key, as always. There's going to be broken builds, as we all know there's going to be something broken, but at the same time, we're not all creative enough to find it. And we've proven that again and again and again. Can we drop something real quick? Yeah, we can drop you. I want to get this quiver and check to see if it's a +2. It isn't. It's absolute. I would like attack speed on there, but I also would love, I suppose, in the critical side of things, a lot of skills really fluctuate depending on your attack speed. I'd love to be able to do a calculation without that, because this one improves with attack speed increases, but it actually doesn't matter at all because you're just not going to be throwing 15 of them in 2 seconds. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So it's like giving me very false numbers. But I know it is DPS, so damage per second, but it's like just damage and then damage per second. Maybe you need both of them at the same time, and that's easy to read display. I love how the radius is so much. I hate it and love it that the radius is so much bigger than what it's showing. It feels like it's just a little bit bigger, and it's like maybe they don't have it designed to actually show as well. It's just such a small difference. Okay, you're dead. You're dead, sucker. One hit. I'll see. How much bleeding? You're still bleeding? You're not bleeding anymore? Ah, always right in the... Some leather sandals. And a bow. What's this bow? Oh, that's the socketed one. That's fine. Alright, map complete. You. Yeah, so... Oh, there we go, need that. Bye-bye.
Pack space for that.
I think radius is one of the other ideas. I'm going to start collecting shields now. Out go the quivers, in come the shields. Now, if it's not triple res, it's garbage. Garbage. Undead minions have reduced reservation. I never found it before. Just in time for the spec. No, you gotta play on the new league. That is the way to do it. Everyone needs to be told. I'm sure plenty of people won't get the memo, and they'll go into a build that's been obliterated and get torn to shreds and be like, what happened to my build? And they'd be right to feel that way, but at the same time, not everyone's going to read the patch notes. It just has to be. I hope this is crystal clear to people. They're just not going to do it. They're not going to read them, and they're going to complain. And it's totally reasonable. Like, you have to have them pop up in game. Every time something doesn't work, every time you die, it just pops up with the patch notes. It says, you died because we made this change. Grim Feast is gone. But then is it gone because it's on this thing and they're not going to play on the new league? Or are they? So there's got to be an incentive. There has to be an incentive to get people who are not familiar with league season stuff to try a new one. Immediate incentive. Immediate rewards. So I suppose Huntress only in the new league would be the way to do it.
What is it?
But then again, if you do that, then you get like gating the content.
I'll be here, waiting. Yes.
At least we got this wonderful thing for minions. I mean, it's got no movement speed, so it's effectively trash. I mean, if you don't have movement speed, you can't do, you know, Sanctum, and like Sanctum becomes really, 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 really painful without movement speed. Essences will get better. You can valve the essences. That's a big positive. What is this one again? Oh yeah. Bosses it adds it. Increase quantity. $30 cobras. More experience. I know it's all going to change. I want to reroll that. Can I reroll that? Oh, no, wait. We don't have that in this game. What a stupid. This is the stupidest shit ever. Like, this is bricked. Fast life recovery rate is trash. Don't you even dare.
What can I do?
Get stuffed. Alright, let's do it. So if we take off the... Ah! 3,000. Oh god. It's not gonna matter that you've got more magnitude. It's not gonna matter. And I bricked my skills again because I did the thing with the thing and it goes and it's not happy and then I have to... Ah! It's over. I mean, one build that... I mean, my darkness build got buffed. I get more darkness. I get a little more darkness. Maybe they'll introduce a unique. It gives you 1-to-1 darkness to spirit, and it'll be the best summoner in the game. That was my intention when I picked it. Oh my! Eye of Winter didn't get nerfed, and I've got an Eye of Winter build that's struggles on its own. I got a Witch Hunter. The crossbow hurts my hands, but it, you know, it does armor break, and then armor break's getting buffed to actually maybe do something. Everyone's gonna play warrior. I don't enjoy playing warrior. And then I got a stat stacking invoker that I just got bored of and didn't want to play anymore because it's boring. Infernalist is, yeah. I'm not particularly excited, which is a bit disappointing in all honesty. I would rather be excited. My heart is broken. But it's only early access. They got to make big changes. They got to destroy poison concoction. And all the concoction must be completely destroyed. Being able to be unarmed while you still have a weapon is not immersive enough. And they buff the monsters and give them more rare mods with more rewards. But they're going to freaking arch nemesis this shit again. Oh my god. Oh my god. My heart. I mean, it disproportionately affects me because I made 5 Pathfinders. So, it's like, oh. And then all my Widowhails. And I haven't even got good ones. I've got okay ones. Imagine if you had a godly one. I don't know. We'll see. Huntress will be OP or something, like Spiritborn. I don't know. I don't think Javelins... I mean, it's just going to become like you're throwing the lightning one. You're just going to be throwing the lightning one. I know it. I know it's going to be the lightning one. It's like, we might as well just do It's like, it's a bit of lightning. It's like, a bit of lightning. It's like, come on. It's just because it has the two functions. It's like, oh my god, I just... yeah, it's over. Let's see what happens. Because it'd be interesting to see. I mean, this, in hindsight, this video could seem really stupid, but hopefully it does. And hopefully it's not just grief. Grieving. The concoction. It's just like, it's easy to play. I press the one button and I dodge. I'm on controller. My hands hurt from playing crossbow because of stupid reloading and switching things. I hate it. My hands hurt. It's too hard. I'm playing Berserker because it's on and I'm having a good time, and it doesn't demand as much hand activity as bloody PoE 2 with any build that isn't actually decent. It hurts my old hands. Where's the accessibility? Bullshit. Alright, tell me what you think in the comments. I'll read it. Not like on some abstract Reddit post which has one like. See? That's my guarantee to you. That I'll read the comments. Will I respond in one day? Maybe not. We'll see. I'll see how I'm feeling. But, yeah. Such is life. The times, they are changing. Ron Burgundy, I never heard that song. God damn. I love that bit. Alright then. Alright, I'll catch you later. Bye bye.